The labour movement has launched a series of AI support measures for its members. It's to equip them with skills to keep them gainfully employed in this new tech-enabled future. The support measures come a day after Prime Minister Lawrence Wong's budget speech yesterday, where AI and job security were key themes. 53-year-old Kamsani Hashim was in manufacturing engineering for 15 years before he was retrenched. He spent about a year looking for a new job in a new sector. At his age, he says the job-seeking journey definitely feels challenging.
It's not an easy thing to study at my age right now because we are 50 above. So by having a lot of garden here and there, a new language, everything, right? It's not easy to digest.
With career coaching, he sees the importance of becoming AI fluent in the current job landscape. So far, he's completed a cloud infrastructure course, and with the advice of an E2I career coach, is undergoing hands-on IT training. All this to help solidify his confidence in the new technology.
They advise me to look more on sustainability that can last me longer to work. So I get the advice from them. That is where I started to browse through on the IT. I get to understand better, and I feel that IT is more on my forte.
AI and job security were central topics to this year's budget. Labour movement NTUC acknowledges the uncertainty it brings for workers, especially professionals, managers and executives.
We understand that workers today, especially PMEs, are facing mounting pressures in this period of significant disruption. They want to embrace AI, but honestly, many may not know where to begin. We are launching the NTUC AI Ready SG initiative as a commitment to walk alongside our workers, support them through the change, and ensure a fair and just transition for them in an AI-powered future.
The initiative will include a slew of measures such as tailored AI training pathways, mentorship programs, and subsidies on subscription of AI tools. The funding support will be piloted for 2 years, with each year covering up to $250 per member. One career coach says such support could help chart clearer career routes for PMEs.
With structured pathways, this will also give them a bit more ownership in terms of their learning and how they could leverage on AI in their own work. So it will probably support them better when they are actually planning to upskill themselves. And with the fact that they are looking into our toolbox on where their strengths are, what that skill sets they have, and how to actually upgrade themselves, that would be something that they could leverage on.
Besides the support measures, NTUC will also assist industries through business transformation and job redesign and help upskilled workers find better job matches. And here to share more is NTUC Deputy Secretary General Desmond Tan. Desmond, great to have you in the studio with us. Now, we know NTUC has been championing digital transformation and AI for some time now. How will these new AI support measures help workers have higher wages and also eventually better employability?
Indeed, NTUC, we have been championing job security as well as digitalization over the last few years through a few measures. First is through business transformation, where we have the Company Training Committee or CTC grant that have since supported 800 over companies and helped to boost the wages of our workers, more than 10,000 of them, right? So that's one aspect. We have also been trying to help to upskill and reskill our workers through the Learning Hub training pathways. So that's the second aspect. And the third one is through E2I's job matching as well as career counseling services. So we think that AI Ready SG really is a unification of our effort to better integrate and support our workers and businesses during this AI-enabled economy. So it's a natural evolution of our effort to create a one-stop shop to better create more programs. So some of these programs are the clearer curated career training pathway, as well as the AI tool subscription that we are going to roll out.
Yeah, let's talk a bit more about that AI tool subscription subsidy. There's going to be a 50% or up to 50% subsidy for certain specific AI tools. Can you tell us, for people who are interested now, what specific AI tools might this apply to?
Yes, so this will be a 2-year pilot we're going to roll out. And essentially, we want to allow our users to use AI tools that are meaningful and useful for them. So there are productivity tools that I think we are all quite familiar with. There are also content generation, content creation tools. We're also helping some of the users to look at, transcribing, as well as some of the even more advanced coding kind of applications. So these are everyday applications that users are giving us feedback that they're useful for their work and also useful for their productivity.
Yeah, so how will this, the subsidy will be pilot for about 2 years.
That's right.
How will you know that it has been successful in achieving its objectives?
So, of course, we want to make sure that there's high take-up. So that will be one of the measures to ensure that users find these tools useful and the subsidy encourage them and remove the barriers for the subscription. We will also be doing some surveys along the way to make sure that the tools continue to expand in terms of usage, as well as there will be new tools that are being rolled out. So we'll evaluate this over the next 2 years.
Yeah, so how are these AI training pathways, that were mentioned, how were they designed? What did it take to put that together? And what kind of concerns will they actually meet?
Okay, Learning Hub has been doing training for AI over the last few years, and we have been working with industries, with our partners, with our workers themselves, and we think we can curate a more targeted AI training curriculum for our workers for 3 different levels. One is the very basic literacy or AI literacy. So there's the foundation AI courses where we think that you create greater awareness and confidence and also equip them with essential AI literacy. And the second one is more job-specific and sector-specific AI courses for those industries that are more impacted by AI, like for HR, finance, marketing. So these are the more functional kind of courses that we will create and curate for our users. And finally, there will be more advanced AI deep tech kind of courses for those who are into agentic AI, coding, and so on. So essentially, we want to create a slew and menu of AI courses and training and pathways that suit different users' needs.
Yeah, now before we go, we want to know also, NTUC's response to Prime Minister Wong's budget statement yesterday. What did you think was addressed among the needs that were brought up?
As with all years, I think it's a very strong worker-centric budget. And this year in particular, we see a very strong focus on jobs and skills with the advent of AI and also in the midst of such uncertainty. So we think that from NTUC's perspective, it clearly aligns with our mission, NTUC's mission, and we're very encouraged that whatever we are doing through the AI Ready SG and all other initiatives will be able to continue to support the government, and we look forward to working with our tripartite partners.
Yeah, and also, is there anything else in the pipeline with NTUC when it comes to really enhancing and equipping workers with AI skills? What is on the horizon? What are we excited about?
Well, besides the training aspect, we are also creating a mentorship program for our youth. So we have heard feedback from them, when they graduate from the university, going to the workplace, they would like to have more advice and counseling on what is the profession they should go to and how to actually help them to move their theoretical knowledge from schools into the industry. So the mentorship program is something we are also rolling out to help our young graduates and first jobbers to have more confidence as they enter into the workforce.
Yeah, well, very quickly before we go as well, for the PMEs who are listening now, who are eligible for these grants, do you have a message for them when it comes to embracing AI despite the challenges?
Yes, it's similar to the budget. We don't wait for the crisis to happen before we plan for the future. So I'd like to encourage all workers, especially the PMEs, to embrace AI, to start upskilling themselves even before they are looking at the future options or before they lose their job. So that's a proactive approach that I'd like to encourage them. And that's why we are having the Career Festival these 2 days, including Valentine's Day tomorrow. We hope that job seekers or those who are in employment, they will continue to come and work with us. And we want to journey with them even through these very uncertain times in the economy.
Desmond, thank you so much for sharing your insights with us.
Thank you.
I've been chatting with NTUC Deputy Secretary General, Desmond Tan.